Hi, I'm Chris Haigh and this is the Fiddle channel, and today we're going to play a Texas fiddle tune called Twinkle, Little Star. Twinkle Little Star should not be confused with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, which of course is the little children's song. Twinkle Little Star is by no means child's play. It's a Texas contest fiddle tune, based originally on a schottische, I believe. Not sure how old it is, but quite old. And the biggest challenge with this is that every version you listen to is different. What I'm giving you is two versions. What I think is the skeleton of the tune, the easiest possible version, and a version by Bobby Hicks. Basically the same tune, but with much more interesting variation and fiddling on it. So, coming up with the skeleton tune is by no means easy, but I think this kind of sums up what the tune is. And incidentally, this was a request for Mary Irvin. And I'd come across the title Twinkle Little Star before and never really paid much attention to it, thinking it might, there's just a danger that it might be something like that. Anyway, so it goes, I always say I'm going to do this slowly. I'll do it as slowly as I can force myself to do. 1, 2, 3. So that kind of has in it the core of all the other versions that you will hear. You'll notice that I've avoided in that version the high part on the E string, just taking it down an octave, which for a beginner is absolutely fine, I would say. What I would really like everyone in the world to do when learning this tune is to learn the core of the tune and then work out their own variations. That to me is the essence of what Texas fiddling should be about. What in fact people actually do is probably that they learn someone else's variations. They will copy Mark O'Connor or Bobby Hicks or someone like that who's done a contest winning version and just copy that. What the really good fiddlers do is they understand the tune, they know the tune inside out, and they can come up with their own variations and ideally can improvise their own variations and win a contest at the same time. But speaking as someone who has never entered, let alone won, a fiddle contest, I don't think I'm well qualified to speak on this subject. But anyway, let's go through this simple version again, but this time with the backing. that's your core melody. Now the version that I have transcribed from Bobby Hicks goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's quite a few accidentals in there, and accidentals on notes where the note that appears as indicated by the key signature is changed. So bar 3, for example, instead of having a F sharp, which you would normally have, that's become an F natural. We've got one in the second line. And the reason that's there is that you've got an A chord there, an A7 chord, and an A has a C sharp in it. Okay, in the second half we have the high notes, and actually let me just show you the fingering of this. So I'm keeping my first finger on through this section. Yeah, the first finger stays on all the way through that. And then up to third position with your fourth finger. So that is a D note, and we're going up to an E note. So you can either stretch that fourth finger, or what I will often do in this situation is play a harmonic, which I find easier to get in tune than that. So I'm going, and then, so you're sliding the fourth finger up and down, up again. So that's 4, 4, 4, and then 2, 2. Now this, although it's not in the Bobby Hicks first time round, I think you should do something like that. Try putting a B under the G, an A under the F sharp and F, and then either a second finger, first finger, or fourth finger, third finger. So and try and do this as smooth as possible. So lots of slurs, I would say, is the best way to approach it. Let's try the whole thing, first of all slow with the backing and then faster with the backing. Just one little word about the rhythm of this. Now there's nothing that swings quite like Texas swing, and yet the way that the fiddlers play, it's not like that. It could be, but it's not. It's daddle 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 da, not daddle 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 da. And for someone not born and bred in Texas, this is a strange thing to get my head around, that it sounds so swingy, because the guitar accompaniment to these tunes is so swingy. And yet the way to play the fiddle is absolutely straight. And why that sounds so good in this context, I really can't explain. And if there's someone out there who is winning Texas fiddle contests week after week, who would like to explain to me why and how the quavers are all played straight and not swung, and it works so well, I would very much like to know. Probably this is something you've never ever thought about, but I'm one of those weird people who asks who ask weird questions. Anyway, so let's do it one more time, up to tempo. If you would like a copy of the dots for these two versions in a PDF, then do subscribe and send me an email. And I hope you will consider joining me on Patreon to help to support the work that I'm doing, churning out these videos week after week. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon.